Like, why are prisoners so jacked? If you ever seen a dude fresh out the pen or someone that's in prison, you'll see they're huge. They are yoked to the gills. They've been working out their entire life when chances are they just been doing push-ups and pull-ups in the gym or in the pen. And it's interesting really because in prison it's not like you have an ideal training situation. Like most prisoners, all they can do is pull-ups, push-ups, dips, and squats. They don't have weights. I've seen like videos of dudes using towels where like one dude will hold the towel, the other dude will press it down or curl it up. But for the most part, there's no weights. Okay, so they're using body weight. On top of that, they're not getting like good food. They're eating like a bunch of like super high processed, sugary, high salt, not the best quality foods. It's like beans, ramen, a lot of, like I said, carbs like cornbread, beans, ramen, just a lot of breads and like doughy like oats and stuff. They don't really get a lot of protein, and if they do, it's not high quality. It's like hot dogs, hamburgers, and yet they still look better than yo bum ass sitting on the couch and shit. And I'm about to break it down, and there's three reasons why. Number one, sleep. Prisoners sleep a lot. You gotta understand. Like in prison, I'm pretty sure that because you have to have like there's a bedtime and you have a wake up time. So they're getting a lot of sleep, and on top of that, they're napping throughout the day. I mean, it's not like they gotta go to work. They got a job to go to, so they, you you got time to get naps in. And for those of you that don't know, naps, sleeping in general, it's like it's literally a steroid. It's like a cheat code. Like when you sleep, your body grows, you lower stress, you lower anxiety. On top of that, like I said, your body's able to repair and recover faster. But on top of that, you're able to deal with life stressors like way easier. So if you've noticed, like when you get 8 or 9 hours of sleep, the entire day is better. On top of that, sleeping more makes you look better. It makes you more attractive. Like sleep is a drug. Sleep is a cheat code. And if you're not sleeping, you're cheating yourself. Next, also, prisoners are consistent. Now, while their workouts might not be optimal, they might not be maximizing or biohacking everything. It doesn't matter. You got to understand these biohackers, these optimizers. It don't mean shit, bro. You can get like people be talking about waking up, looking in the sun, and like optimizing everything, making sure you get your protein 30 minutes after you work out, making sure that you eat 4 meals a day, and making sure you do squats and bench press. Like, no, bro, stop being a fucking nerd. Just be consistent. Like these dudes in the gym, they're consistent. They're working out every single day. Push-ups, pull-ups, dips, squats, every single day. And you can make the excuse, you can be like, okay, well, they have nothing else to do other than work out. That's not true. In prison, you gotta have you have learning time where you go to the library and read and stuff. You have stuff out in the yard where you can play sports or whatnot. Not to mention, you also got to deal with all the people around you that are trying to kill you and shank you. I'm not gonna lie, I ain't been to prison. I'm not really too familiar with it, but the way I've seen it, from what I've heard, is there's a lot more to prison than just working out. Like obviously, you also got to work in prison. Like if you didn't know this, prisoners are actually they're pretty much they're working for the government. So they help they'll make license plates, they'll make fences, they'll help make a lot of stuff that you use in society. Like if you've ever seen someone working on the side of the road in the orange jumpsuit, they're doing stuff like that. They're rebuilding roads. So prisoners aren't just given all this time to work out. Like they are putting in work. And on top of that, there's only so much you can really work out anyways. Like you get to a certain point where your body, you work out too much, it's like your body will break down, you can't recover. But that brings me into another little side tangent, is that when it comes to working out, you can actually work out as much as possible as long as you're able to recover. So if you want to go balls to the wall every single day, but let's say you sleep 10 hours a night so your body just recovers, you can do that, and you can work out every day and you'll be fine and you'll make gains and all that. Of course, it's just most people don't have that luxury. So anyways, like I said, prisoners are consistent. They have consistent training routine, dips, pull-ups, push-ups, squats. Another side tangent, that's all you need. All you need is the bodyweight movements. You just got to learn how to master those movements, start taking them slow, maybe add a little weight on them, and you're going to be good. And on top of that, they have a consistent eating schedule. They're probably eating at like 8 o'clock, noon, and like 5 o'clock. So that's every day. Your body knows what to expect. It knows when it needs to be ready to absorb the nutrients. And of course, they have consistent sleep schedules. So not only are they getting a lot of sleep, but they're getting a lot of sleep at the same time consistently. So they're probably going to bed from like 9 p.m. and then waking up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. They're getting naps throughout the day during whatever free time they have. So they're sleeping a lot. They're eating consistently. They're training consistently. And on top of that, last but not least, they have a reason. They have a purpose why they are getting so big. And look, in prison is dangerous. You got gangs. You got dudes trying to shank you. You got dudes trying to put in your booty hole. So you gotta stay 10 toes down. You gotta be locked in. You gotta be aware of what's happening around you. You ain't got time to be weak. You can't be weak in prison. That's why these dudes are so big, is because you gotta be big to like, not only to, I guess intimidate people, ward people off, but also to fight back. Like, people be fighting in prison all the fucking time because there's gangs in prison. There's a lot of people that just want to intimidate you. People want to fuck you up in a lot of different ways. And you gotta be able to protect yourself. So when these dudes are working out, they're not just working out like, oh, let me work out so I can look in the mirror and look good. They're working out so that they can protect themselves. They're like in an environment of like people in prison pretty much turn into animals. So it's like you need to, your body adapts. It adapts and gives you all this muscle, all this strength, all this power, because it has a reason. It's like, I need to be big so that I can protect myself. Like, if I'm in jail, like me especially, if I was in jail, I would have to get huge as fuck. Cause dog, look at me, like I'm done for. like niggas gonna come after me. So me in jail, I would get big as fuck, cause I'm gonna need to make sure that I'm intimidated. I'm gonna need to make sure that I'm gotta fight people off and whatnot for whatever they try to do to me. Like, oh my gosh, I'm really thinking about this. Like, yeah, I ain't never going to prison. I know that. I'm good off that. But seriously, back to the topic of the video, why prisoners so jacked. Number one, they sleep a lot. Two, they're consistent with everything. With their eating, their training, their sleep, and they have a reason why. So here's some homework for you. For one, fix your sleep schedule. That's the number one thing. Start getting more sleep. Get like at least 7.5 hours a night. Don't tell me that's unreasonable. Don't tell me, oh, nah, like millionaires don't sleep. Fuck that. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because when you sleep, you perform way better. You're way more efficient. It's easier to focus. Like, you're way more locked in. Everything you do is better. Not to mention you look better. Like, don't start compromising your sleep. Get at least 7.5 hours. Preferably, you might want to get even 9, 8 hours. It just depends on whatever you can manage, but at least 7.5. Next, just stay consistent. A lot of y'all underestimate consistency. Like, here's the thing. If you just work out consistently for several years, couple years, consistently, I'm talking like, doing the day in, day out, like going to the gym, not every day, but going to the gym on a set schedule, week by week, month by month, not taking no days off just because, I don't feel like it. Like, no, just keep going. You will see progress. Same with the food that you're eating. When you have yourself on a consistent eating schedule, your body knows when to expect nutrients. It knows when it needs to like be ready to like take in the protein and like send it to your muscles, or taking the nutrients and vitamins and minerals from the fruits and plants that you're eating and send it to your muscles. And on top of that, same with the sleep, is like when your body knows when to expect sleep, it's gonna make you tired at a certain time. It's gonna release all the growth hormone, all the good chemicals and neurons that get released when you're sleeping. It'll give you all the good dreams and whatnot. Your body is on a schedule, and it gives you these things at a certain time every day, and it gets better at giving you these things because the body is an ever improving machine. Remember that. The body is always improving, or it's always getting worse. It's never staying the same. That's what my coach says. And last but not least, what is your reason for getting big? What is your reason for training? I remember back when I was in high school, I was training with this D1 football player. Okay, and he told me, he's like, what's your reason for training though? Like, for me, it's so that I can like, play football and be better at football, protect myself, be faster, be stronger, be bigger than my opponents, the guys I'm going up against. But for you got to figure out the why, and that's going to propel you forward. And I didn't think about the why. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, all right, bro. But like, looking back on it now, it makes sense. Like, it makes sense why he was progressing the way he was is like he gave his body a reason for why they're working out. It's like I've heard this saying, good coaches, or like any coach can tell you what to do. Good coaches tell you how to do it. Great coaches tell you why you're doing it. And it's no different with anything in life. It's like, sure, you can know what to do in the gym. You can know to go and bench and squat and go and do this movement and go to the gym this many days a week. It's another thing to know how to do it properly, like what times you should be going throughout the day, how to lift with proper form, how to properly progress, how to push yourself. But then it's a whole another level when you understand why. Like maybe you're doing it because you're a father. You want to protect your family. You want to give your son an example that he can look up to. Maybe you're training for a sport, and like let's say you're a fighter, like you need to be strong so that you can take down the man across from you that's trying to beat your ass. Or maybe your whole reason is just because you want to get more girls. Maybe it's a vain reason like that. Understand, the reason isn't as important as it is knowing why you're doing it. And you need to figure out your why. Like for me, I train because really, I train for the people around me because I just don't, I wanna be someone that people can be proud of. I wanna be someone that like when my mom shows me off, or like when my dad shows a picture of me, I want them to be proud, like, yeah, like that's my son. So that's one of the reasons I train. On top of that, I do like to look good. There's that reason as well. And on top of that, I also know that like I need to be training, like I need to be getting stronger. Like when it comes to football, like I'm pretty skinny for my position in terms of football. I weigh like 195 on a good day. Usually I'm around like 192 though, 191. And it's like with the position I play, I'm at nickel right now. It's like I'm going against stronger dudes, bigger dudes than me. And like, don't get me wrong, I got a big heart. You know, like I say, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. But there also comes a point in time where you gotta get your size up a little bit. So because of that, I've been training a lot more. I've been lifting a lot more weights because I want to get stronger so that I can start throwing my own strength around and start like holding my own and whatnot when I'm on the field. So just understand, you need to have a why behind what it is you're doing. And if you don't have a why, if you're literally just working out because you enjoy it, that's fine. Maybe that's your why. Your why is that you want to be happy. But understand what your why is. Don't just go in there blindly. Understand what it is. Okay, I'm training so that I can be more efficient at my business. I'm training so that I can be more confident. I'm training so I can get more girls. I'm training for my sport. I'm training so that I can be healthy and live a long life. I'm training so that I can protect my family. Figure out your why. And everything else will become clear. Everything else will fall into place. Because once you know your why, the how, the what to do, it all fall into place. You ain't got to worry about that. But know your why, because that's where it all starts. With that being said, y'all, that's all for the video. It's Souley Main. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget, the reasons why prisoners are jacked are because of sleep, consistency, and their purpose. With that being said, free workout guide, home gym workout guide, link in the bio, and stay based and stay blessed. I'm out.